Hello there, this is the Bookkeeping Master on YouTube. Welcome to this video. I'm going to teach you Sage Accounting as quickly as possible. Let's jump right in. The first thing you need to do is set up the software for your business. And we're going to do that by going to Settings and Business Settings. The first area you want to go to is About Your Business. This is where you will enter information about the business, such as the business name, address, and other crucial information. Fill in the boxes, make sure you click save. If you don't click save, the information will not be saved. After About Your Business, go down to Accounting Dates and VAT. Once again, crucial information about the business needs to be entered here, such as the financial year end of the business, and if the business is registered for sales tax or not, and other tax information. Once again, once this has been filled out, press save. Otherwise, things will not be saved. Another area, templates and logos. So we can upload our company logo, the business logo that's done down here. That's me, look, handsome guy. You can add association logos. So if you're registered with bodies, regulatory bodies, they can be uploaded. You can also choose your templates. This is how your sales invoices are going to look. Once you've been through all this, once again click save to save those settings. The final area to go to, charts of accounts. Every transaction on Sage is going to be posted to an account, either an asset account, a liability account, a sales account, an expense account. Every transaction is going to be posted to one of these accounts. Under Chart of Accounts, you'll see all of the accounts set up by default on Sage, such as the sales accounts. And we have various expense accounts down here: rent, vehicle fuel, traveling, hotel and accommodation. If I go to the next page, there are even more accounts. Depreciation, bank charges, accountancy fees. There are many accounts on here. It could be that you want to edit some of these accounts. Just click on them to edit their name. It could be that you need a sales account or an expense account that isn't showing on the software. If that's the case, just click New Ledger Account, fill in the details, click Save. That account, that nominal account, will then be on the software for you to use. We're good to go. We're good. We're set up for Sage. Let's now go to contacts. All sales invoices will have to be posted to some sort of contact account, a customer account, and any bills, purchase invoices that we wish to put on the software need to go against a supplier account. So under customers, we have a list of all our customers that we've added. If you're new to the software, then this list will be blank. To add a new customer, just click on New Customer, fill in the details. There are tabs here. Once everything has been completed, as much as you want to complete, then click Save. The customer will then be on the software. And you can see I have a handful of customers here that I have added. So I can add sales invoices, record sales invoices, raise sales invoices against these customer accounts. It's the same with suppliers. If I go to suppliers, these are the handful of suppliers that I've added. To add new suppliers, I click on New Supplier. I fill in as many boxes as I can, click Save. That supplier will then be added to the software. If at any point I want to see a supplier's account, if I want to see the invoices on that account and payments I've made, you simply just click on a supplier and it loads up their account. And the information should show down the bottom here. That's the same with customers. If I go to the customers list and I click on a customer such as Chipman, then down at the bottom here I should be able to see a list of the invoices and payments on this customer's account. Just make sure that the date is selected correctly. Okay. Sales invoices. So once we have customers on the account, we go to sales and sales invoices. This is where we can record sales invoices by clicking New Invoice and fill in the details. So we can choose our customer, let's say Chipman again, put in the date, the description, the ledger account, the quantity, price, discount, and these other important boxes. Fill this out, click Save. The invoice will then be saved to the system. Alternatively, we can save an email or we can save and print. And when we print, we can also download the invoice so we can attach it to an email. Or we can print it off, obviously, and put it in the post. That is how to do sales invoices. Sales credit notes work the same. We go to sales credits here. We get a list of our credit notes. If we want to create a credit note, we go to New Credit Note, choose the customer, fill in the details, and then we can save down the bottom here. So let's just go through that again very quickly. Sales invoices. Here's a list of our invoices. You may need to change the dates to make them show. Click on New Invoice, fill in the details. Sales credit notes work the same. How about purchase invoices? We go to Purchases, click on Purchase Invoices. Once again, we have a list of our invoices, if there are any. Once again, look at the dates. Click on New Invoice to record a new purchase invoice. You choose your supplier. So let's say this is for example supplier 2. Put in the date, the invoice reference or number. Put in the rest of these details. This could be for rent. Put in the amount. Put in as many details as you can. And then we have the same options down here to save or save and print the bill. For supplier invoices, I don't know why you would need to print them, but you can print them if you want to. Okay, if we receive a credit note from a supplier, we go to Purchase Credit Notes. It's the same concept again. We have a list of our credit notes and we just click on New Credit Note to fill in the details of that credit note. Any questions so far? Please let me know below. I also have a link below for a discount on Sage Accounting if you're interested. Okay, so we've been through setting up the software, customers, suppliers, sales, invoices and credit notes, purchase invoices and credit notes. Let's now have a look at the banking. So I go to bank accounts, we'll get a list of the bank accounts that have been set up on the software. If I want to add a new bank account, I simply go to New here and click on Bank Account. If I click on a bank account that's already been added, I can view a list of the transactions that are showing on that account. Once again, make sure the date is as you want it to be. So here are the transactions on the software. When it comes to bank accounts, you can create a bank feed. So you can have a feed between Sage and your online banking. So the transactions are downloaded automatically. To do that, you click Connect to Bank. If you create a banking feed, then what's going to happen is the transactions will be downloaded every 24 hours. You'll click on Transactions here and you will be able to see the downloaded transactions and you simply choose what to do with those transactions. If you don't want a banking feed, you're going to have to enter the transactions manually or import them from like a CSV file. If you're going to do them manually, you go to the bank account, click on New Entry, where you can record purchases and payments, sales and receipts, and then transfers between bank accounts. Under Purchase Payment, we can do payments to suppliers or record payments to suppliers, record other payments. So these are payments that aren't necessary to a supplier. We can also record refunds to customers. Going back to the bank account, bank accounts, bank account, new entry. Let's do sale receipt this time. We can manually record receipts from customers. So against customer invoices, we can record other receipts. So this is other money into the bank account that's not necessarily against a customer's invoice. And we can record refunds received from suppliers. You simply just enter the information and click Save. A lot of these features work the same. Let's go to reports. Under reports, we can do VAT returns, so sales tax returns. We can also generate very quickly reports such as a profit and loss statement, which gives us a breakdown of our sales and expenses and the overall profit or loss for the business. Any of these totals we can click on to get a breakdown of what creates that total. And then once again, we can click on these individual transactions to be taken to the actual invoice or the actual expense. That is the basics of Sage Accounting. I've gone through it very quickly. If you are interested in subscribing to the software, then I have a link below. If you actually want to learn this at a more responsible pace, then head over to my website. This is all for free. You just go to freebookkeepingaccounting.com, go to free stuff here, scroll down to Sage Accounting, and then on this page, I can teach you the basics, all for free, no registration required, of Sage Accounting, step by step. I can also teach you how the bank connection works, the bank feed, and how to use the bank on Sage Accounting, as well as do VAT returns and other amazing things. I am the Bookkeeping Master. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you in another video.